And up next year, we got a fight that I'm intrigued by. I'm excited for because I do jiu-jitsu and I'm a fan of grappling. But from a pick perspective, from a betting perspective, it's kind of hard for me. I've really kind of struggled with a lot of GM3 fights. I haven't been the best at picking his fights. So I really don't have a ton to say about this matchup. But these guys, they have been kind of circling each other for a while because GM3, he is one of the most experienced fighters on the roster for one. And through that experience, being 10-8 in the UFC and having 51 fights, he's kind of proven himself to be one of the best grapplers around. And he has the most submission wins in the history of the middleweight division. Andre Petroski is a guy that's kind of made a claim that he's the best grappler in the middleweight division, and he's called out all the grapplers. Like he fought Nick Maximoff, and they had kind of a back and forth about the grappling. Then his last fight, he fought Wellington Turman, a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt from Brazil, and called out Bo Nickel. He's called out GM3, and now he's getting what he wants. He's 4-0 in the UFC with 3 finishes, and he's been calling out GM3. GM3 is kind of that ultimate gatekeeper kind of guy, and UFC granted his wish, and they've given him, this matchup here. When you're looking at it, stylistically, there's path to victory for both guys because Andre Petroski is the much more explosive guy, much faster. Early in the fight, he's going to be a danger to GM3 on the feet because he's powerful. We know GM3 is not really that explosive, and his chin and durability are waning. So even though Petroski isn't a great striker, if he can land a big power overhand, big punch on GM3, he could put him lights out. But as the fight goes on, Petroski really isn't that technical of a striker. GM3 is not the greatest striker either, but he's probably a little bit better. He maintains his energy, and I do think that those body kicks from GM3 from the southpaw stance could start to wear on Petroski if we see him slow down. As far as the grappling goes, I feel like Petroski is a significantly better wrestler. He's much physically stronger, and I think he has the grappling to get on top and stay safe. So I do feel like Petroski is probably going to win the fight. It's just his cardio is the question mark, and GM3 is a crafty guy. So, I mean, if Petroski gets tired enough where GM3 could body kick him and finish him via TKO or get him to create some sloppy grappling exchange, then he could get the finish. But I'm still going to lean towards Petroski. I think he's going to win a decision, but probably a fight for me, at least, that I'm passing on. I know some people always like taking that stab on GM3 at dog odds, and I understand it, but I'm going to go to the Petroski side here, and I'm going to say that he maybe is explosive early, gets a knockdown, or is effective with the striking, and then settles in and gets a couple takedowns, avoids getting swept or submitted, and wins that fight.